Since the start of the invasion, we have seen a lot of fake information used in Tajik media. Their information campaign against Kyrgyzstan was prepared in advance. Similar reports on all Tajik channels prove this. However, the campaign was of a poor quality and we managed to expose most of the fakes. Journalist investigator Metin Kazama found out that Tajikistani media used fake photos of people to slander the Kyrgyz military. On September 17, Tajikistan news media published an article with the words of Asanbay Berdiyarov, who is supposedly a Batken resident, claiming that Kyrgyz military personnel forced civilians to fight. The fact check showed that Asanbay Berdiyarov does not exist and that his photo is taken from an old article. Furthermore, the editors of Media Hub proved in their investigation the opposite. It was actually the Tajikistan's military that distributed the weapons to civilians and sent them to the border. At the same time, Tajikistan's bloggers wrote that fascist Kyrgyz soldiers destroyed civilian houses and the school in Tajikistan. The fact check showed that the photos used by these bloggers were from old and completely unrelated articles. On September 18, our journalist used NASA satellite to prove that it was the Tajikistan that invaded Kyrgyzstan. Satellite images showed large fires from shelling taking place in the Batken region. Houses and civilian infrastructure are burning mainly on the territory of Kyrgyzstan. On September 16, the Tajik newspaper Avesta.tj reported that Kyrgyzstan staged provocations on the border with Tajikistan in order to distract Kyrgyz people from the confrontation between Sadyr Japarov, our president, and Kamchibek Tashiyev, the head of State Committee for National Security. They referred to the words of a certain Tajik expert, Maksud Valiyev, but did not specify what is his field of expertise. They did not attach his photos. Later, editorial board of Fact Check KG found out that there is not a single mention of Maksud Valiyev on the internet, except for this very Avesta.tj article. So the conclusion is that they used the fact of manipulation using an unknown anonymous authority. The Facebook post of Asadbek Egamberdiyev and Tinchtirbek Namazbekov went viral. Post talked about Kyrgyz side being the first to launch a military aggression. Saadbek and Tinchtirbek presented themselves as the residents of Batken. However, Klop KG found out that Saadbek's account was fake. Using the names and photos of real people, Saadbek Egamberdiyev and Bigjan Jalilov, both Batken officials, Klop journalists contacted them and they confirmed that their names were being smeared on social networks. Tajikistan journalists spread a photo of a burned mosque on social media and wrote that it has been destroyed by the Kyrgyz military. The next day, the Maral FM editorial board checked this information. They looked at open sources on the internet and found out that picture is actually the Umayyad Mosque in Aleppo, Syria, destroyed in 2013. The Tajik newspaper Asia Plus wrote that Kyrgyz soldiers attacked civilian settlements and set the houses on fire in Isfara. They used a picture of a burned-out house in Isfara from the 2021 conflict as an illustration. The use of an archival photograph is a manipulation appealing to the aggression of a reader. The press center of a border service of Tajikistan further reports of a Kyrgyz air forces shelling at the border villages of Tajikistan. It is partially confirmed by the border service of the Kyrgyz Republic. They report that the Tajik soldiers opened fire from the settlements of a boarding village, thereby causing a retaliation fire on their positions. When mentioning the shelling of Tajik villages, Asia Plus Tajik media uses half-truths as a method of manipulation of information. They talk about the shelling of their villages but do not say a word about the shelling of Kyrgyz settlements of Ekitash, Chirdöbö, Kummazar, Kulundu, Maksat, and Jangajer, as well as about the occupation of a Kyrgyz school in Aksay village. Politklinika journalists proved that the invasion of Kyrgyzstan was led by a Tajik general, Shoh Iskanderov. They made the conclusion after studying videos posted on social media by Tajik militants. In one of the videos shot near the Dostuk checkpoint in Batken region, about 20 armed soldiers walked towards the checkpoint talking in Tajik language. From their conversation, it becomes clear that Shoh Iskanderov is among them. It is noted that this Tajik military man and general himself can be seen in other video clips as well. Kyrgyz journalists managed to expose many fakes of Tajik media, but the information war is still ongoing. So we ask you not to trust unconfirmed information and try to share only reliable ones.